Alright, how about a video on dealing with Honda rotor screws? Now I know I've made videos on Honda rotor screws before, but I figure you're here, I'm here, they're here, let's do it. Alright, there they are, one right there, one right there. You can't really see it, but there's a dot somewhere, I think it's right there. That signifies that they're JIS or Japanese Industrial Standard. So we want to use screwdrivers that meet that standard so we don't damage them. Because you can see these things are pristine in there. They're not damaged, but as you can see, I don't think this rotor's ever been replaced. This is a 2007 Accord. The owner bought it, or just bought it, and they don't know any of the history on it. So we're just replacing the brakes and a bunch of other stuff for them. So I'm guessing this might be from the factory, so we'll see how difficult they are to get out. Alright, so basically what happens is the threads in there seize up, and so what we need to do is break the bond on those threads. There's a couple ways we can do it. We can use an impact screwdriver like this one. There are other variations, but this is my favorite. This is a number 3 from Vessel. It fits right in there perfect. These are number 3 screws. It fits in there like a glove. Sometimes I will use a number 2 and I'll put it in there because what I want is that point. If you look the way this fits in there, the point is the only thing touching, and I'll hammer it like that because I want to jar those threads, and that'll get past the screw head right here and direct more impact on the center, at least in theory anyway. Whether that actually is true, I don't know, but I do that quite a bit. Another thing we can do is we could take a punch like this and we can just put it right on there and we can just whack that, and that'll jar those threads loose also. So those are a bunch of different techniques that we can use. I'm going to go with the tried and true. We're going to go with the number 3 Vessel and see what it does on these things. Alright, we're just going to put it in here. Now these are impact screwdrivers, so they're made to be hit. You can see it has the steel cap at the end there. So we're doing exactly what this thing is designed to do. We're just going to hit it and try to jar these things loose. And there we go, there's one, and I don't know if you can see the little rust ring that develops in there, and that's what grabs these things. So one down, and let's see, did it damage the threads? Nope, doesn't look like it. See if we can knock this other one out. Just like that, same thing. No damage. This is one of my favorite tools. This thing works awesome for getting these things out. There we go. Now our rotor's off. Alright, let's try this side. We're going to do the same thing. These things look like they're in about the same condition as the other side. Whoops. Looks like I popped it off. Let's try that again. Nope, these are angry. Alright, these were a little more rusted in. You gotta make sure to hit the thing and not your hand. Let's try the other one. You can see no damage. Okay, and to keep them from getting seized next time, just a little bit of anti-seize, and I mean a little bit. We'll put them back in, and they'll be good as new. Now, if none of those techniques work, you may have to, as a last resort, drill the heads off the screws. You can use standard drill bits, just drill the heads off, and then you can pull the rotor off. Now that will leave the stud in there, and then you can do one of two things. You can there might be enough of that stud left where you can grab it with like some vice grips or van pliers or something and twist it out. Or you can just leave them there and just put the new rotor right over the top and just don't use rotor screws. That's always an option. You can use some kind of extractor kit like this one to get those out. And also what's nice about this extractor kit is it has a left-handed drill bit, so you can actually drill in reverse and drill it left-handed. And a lot of times when you do that, it'll actually break these free because it's spinning left-handed, and it'll spin them out for you. Now the screw will be destroyed, but it'll at least get them out. So that's kind of a last resort in case you can't get them out. And I should mention, anytime we're hitting on something, striking something, grinding on something, drilling, anything like that, we should be wearing safety glasses. Well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video on dealing with Honda rotor screws. I could probably title this video How Not to Swing a Hammer. That's how it goes sometimes. Luckily all I did was rip my glove. But in any event, hey, if you enjoyed it or it helped you out, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.